you dance like that?
Yeah.
Harrison, hang! Oh, the camera's showing now, look at his leg. Here we are. We're going up to Cooksport.
Fat. You didn't make a race driver.
I mean, no problem, bro. See if you can get in there.
No, I better get back up.
See if bro gets in there. Come on, fatty.
Hey.
I'm
gonna knock all the trophies over. Like a glove.
You can't even get in it.
Wow.
You know, nowhere near it. Nose.
Just learn to get upstairs.
What's she called? Oh,
Muggle.
she's sitting. Oh, we could have a wee.
Yeah, mugs.
Hello, Max. Hello, you're beautiful. She's beauty. Oh, lovely, man. Oh, yeah. Retro. That's quality, man. Look at me. Yeah. Could just see. 34,000 miles. Quality. I'm loving it. Food in the back, bro. You're gonna give him a load of positive camera, are you?
Positive, yeah. One side, negative the other.
Then I'll obviously alter it
Later on.
Yes.
Yeah.
James, 5mm on the rim.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, sorry, I changed my mind.
Is that what you want? Or do you want like no lift off the steer?
Yeah, I don't want that to begin with. Yeah, to get used to it. 'Cause I've changed a hell of a lot from the standard, isn't it?
So what I'll do is I'll set it so the rear wheel have a bit because of the setup I'm doing. Because the problem is if it's too neutral, it'll just push on too much and it'll just be horrible, it'll be understeery.
Yeah, I don't
so you do need a little bit
Yeah.
of the rear to rotate. But yeah, what I can do is I'll pretty much match the setup I put on the two Gen 3s next door because they were new to them.
Yeah.
So I put a base setup on there.
You can always change it later on, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or shims
it's
in or
just a
whatever,
couple of shims, that's what
Yeah.
it'd be. It won't be like, to the extent of what we're doing now, it'd be an hour's labour,
Yeah,
plus the shims to then readjust the rear end.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I don't want to do is do it so much that you go, okay, now this is horrible.
Yeah.
Because that's what I don't want. I want you to be
everywhere,
like, this feels amazing.
He wants
but-
confidence, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Get a push
Build
through
it
the
up,
corners.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I want you to be like, this feels amazing, but let's now do this.
Yeah.
As opposed to
As you
like,
get used to
I
it,
can't
then
even
you
drive
can-
this. Box all the way around it.
Yeah.
Perfect box. Measuring from identical sides either side. So then when you measure the toe, you know what.
Right on.
9, 7.5.
Sell that information online. So this is the box around the car. Then now, what's the next step now for this?
So now that we've got a perfect box around the vehicle, we can now measure the front of the wheel and the back of the wheel to then identify where the toe is on the vehicle, and we can then adjust accordingly. So on a typical front wheel drive car, you want a little bit of toe out, and on the rear end, if it is adjustable, depending on driving style, you either want to be parallel or a bit of toe out.
Yeah, brilliant.
So what you'll have, move this out of the way.
So that's why they're going in there, are they?
Yeah, so basically, obviously you've got the spacer and then take these two bits out. I'm going to try and balance the hub while I kind of put the shims in and then the bolts in at the same time. It can be a bit fiddly.
So you need about 3 pairs of hands then, didn't you?
Yeah. It usually involves having your whole body in the arch trying to hold it.
Hugging onto it.
Yeah.
And your chest getting stabbed by the wheel studs.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you've got the long ones.
Yeah. And short arms, it doesn't work.
Not the toe now, is it? It's the squareness again, is
So
it?
this is squaring the box up again.
Still turn one.
So as soon as the box is square again, we can then check the toe.
Yeah.
Because obviously we put the shims in the back, we can now make sure that the camber and the toe is correct.
Just over 11.5, there we go.
Yeah, that's fine for measure. So what you've got is, when you put camber on or take camber off, it affects toe. So whatever you do with the camber, you've then got to adjust the toe to get it back out. Whereas toe doesn't affect camber. So as soon as we got the camber correct, we can then muck around with the toe shim to get the toe back. But where we've been doing it for quite a long time, we can kind of, if we're putting this camber shim in, we'll have to put this toe shim in to then get the toe back out. We are pretty much there on the rear end now.
So what will be the final setup? Do you know the actual settings of what it's actually going for then? So you've got 2.8 in it and
2.8 degrees in the front right.
Why did you set it up differently then? Is that because most of it's a right-handed track?
Everything's right-handed circuit.
Okay.
So
apart from Rockingham, which was
a left-handed circuit, which is now not.
Gone.
So the only other circuit which can be left-handed is Knock Hill.
Oh, right, that's Scotland, isn't it?
That's the only one. I think that's the only circuit who's got a license to run both ways.
Right.
But yeah, so that's why we always do that. So the thing with that is when you're on a right hand corner, it just means you've got a bit more contact patch on the front right.
Okay. So you say he's gone 2.8 and 3.
Yep, and then the rear, we're looking for around 2.6 degrees in the rear. And then the toe, we try to get it as parallel as possible, because that's where the lift off oversteer will happen, is in the toe. They're very sensitive to toe change on the rear. So if I can get it as close to parallel as possible, then that's a very good base setup for you. And then
See how it goes. And
then, exactly. Everything's
just none of the damping and nothing. It's just as it comes. Touch. Nothing. So I don't even know what it's set to.
Yeah. I just set it all to soft. So basically, when we ever do a setup, because I don't even notice when we lower down, we bounce it to suspension. So obviously, when you go on hard, sometimes one will stick. So what we do is set it all on soft, so we can just bounce on it, get everything set up to where it should be.
said if he raises the back up, it makes the car more
Unstable.
and a bit more.
Yes, it'll make it more.
agitated.
Yeah, because basically what you're doing is by lifting the rear up, you're moving the
Centre of
weight
gravity, innit? Yeah.
forwards. So that means when you're braking, you'll
Lifts
be
up.
shifting more weight forwards. It means the rear end will be lighter. So when you turn in, it will be lighter on turning.
So if he lowered the back more now, I
It
know
will
it
stabilise it.
will stabilise it even
Yes.
more.
Yes. Yes, because it's all about weight transfer.
Okay. So at the moment he has got room to lower it down, say 10
Yeah,
mil.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah. So this is
It
quite.
won't affect the handling anyway, as in
It
mess
won't-
up
by
the
10 mil, if you basically, Tom, if you op out, let's op out quickly. I'll show you. Easier than
Yeah.
if I show you while I'm explaining, it's easier to.
Yeah. Did you say no?
I said no to you.
Never say no to me.
Sauce next, mate.
Sauce. You get Pico Big Ball 4 on there, mate.
So what I'm doing is I'm marking the spring caps. So now, if you want to make a change, so you want to lower the vehicle,
Yeah.
instead of doing a measurement, because the measurement I've taken is from the top of that cap to the top there. So that's the open spring length.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's where it's hanging.
That's when it's hanging,
Yeah.
but you've got to make sure, if you do it, that the whole rear end is off.
Yeah, not one
Because
side.
it's a twist beam,
Yeah.
if you only got one side up, it will still have pressure on it.
Yeah.
So make sure both sides are up. And now what I've done to make it easier is I've marked both cups and a line there. So what you can do is to lower the vehicle, rotate these down, and what you can do is you just count the turns. So just say you want to,
Oh, yeah.
so
On
go
either.
down 3
Same
turns
on
either
each,
side.
yeah.
It then means you haven't got to do the measurement because it's equals both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do on inside cars anyway.
So that's the easiest way of doing it, is just marking it. The front, leave alone. You
Yeah.
don't need to do anything with the front, obviously, other than the actual damper settings itself.
Oh, yeah. I wait till my track day. Someone's up there knows what we're talking about.
But if, like, your first track day back is with us,
Yeah.
then just come across and say, all right, Mike, I'm on your track day. Do you mind giving us a bit of a hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can give you a hand, help you
Yeah,
pressure
just tell us what
wise,
to do,
help
innit,
you with
or-
the dampers. And
Yeah.
But what I would say to anyone who's doing track days is always have a notebook with you. So any change you do to the car, write down what pressures you put in them at the start of the morning, what they're coming in at hot, and then just keep on doing it. Take that same book with you every time you go to a track day. Write what day it is, what the weather's like. Just a quick description of what the weather's like.
Track condition.
What track you're at.
Yeah, what dress you got on?
Yeah. What you've had for breakfast. But then basically what that will do is then come 6 months to a year, 2 years down the line, you've got all this data. So then if you went to Donington again for like the third time, instead of you going, where was I, assessing where was I, you can go flick back, go in your book, go, right, the weather was this, about the same now, right, let's start at this point here.
Yeah.
It's always handy to have, because if you do a load of changes by the end of the day,
you don't know what
you don't know where you
started
where
from,
you
yeah.
finished. So by writing everything down,
Yeah.
you always know where you are.
Yeah.
That'd be a lesson to you. I'm ready. Explain to me.
So the car is now complete.
Yes, we are done.
We are done.
5 hours in? Oh no.
Yeah. Bit of a kit, but no. So we got 3 degrees and 2.8 on the front axle. 3 degrees being on the front left. 1 mil toe out either side on the front. On the rear, we have 2.6 degrees and 2.5 degrees, 2.6 feet rear left.
Well, this is professional.
And we got 0.5 mil toe out on either side of the rear axle. Rear ride height I've set a little bit lower than I would normally, just because obviously you want to get used to the car again.
And he likes going to
where it
stance
handles.
shows as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes going to stance shows, doesn't he, bro?
So you can get your stretch tyres back on there now.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, as we were discussing, obviously quick adjustments at the track if you are struggling with rear end or understeer. So if the rear end's coming around, you can lower the rear end by 5mm, 10mm, which will stabilise the car, because obviously it will change the way the weight's transferred. Also, you do have the adjustability in your dampers as well. I will set them before you go. It will be about midway all round, just as a starting point, so you know where you are. That will all be in the setup sheet, so you'll know what click you're on the dampers, what we've done with the camber, what we've done shimming wise. So it'll all be on record, so you'll have a copy, we'll have a copy here anyway.
Yeah, took it all in. And straight out.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's explained. Hopefully we'll get.
That's why we come places with it.
Yeah. And we'll have amnesia in the car in a minute. Be like, how do we get on? Extremely intense in this.
Thank you.
Some AFT suspension stickers on as well.
How you feeling, bro?